score. Finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven at a reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Down to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for two.
Still backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
With the puck, tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker. Found another goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz!
Little right-handed dribble, goes to Reichel, deep three-pointer on the way! That's good.
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the three, and it's good.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Tuesday evening from Hunter, North Dakota. This is Region 1 Girls Basketball as the Northern Cache Jaguars host the Lisbon Broncos. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. That again is irieins.com. Northern Cache and Lisbon tonight. Coming up, we'll hear from both head coaches Barb Sweet and DC Lucas in our Coach's Corner. But first, let's take a look at how these two teams have fared as of late. The Broncos 5-11 on the season, 2-6 in Region 1 play. They played Friday and Saturday this past weekend. A 13-point loss at the hands of the Kindred Vikings on Friday, 50-37 in Lisbon. Followed that up on Saturday with a road win in Ellendale against the Cardinals for 54-39. After tonight for the Broncos, they'll travel to Medina Pingree Buchanan on Thursday, play their final Region 1 contest of the season in regular season form on Monday, then make their way to Sisseton on February the 11th to close out the regular season. For the Northern Cache Jaguars, head coach by DC Lucas, 12-4 on the season and 7-1 in Region 1 play. And just like Lisbon, they played on Friday and Saturday as well. Friday down in Colfax, a 74-42 win in Richland against the Colts, and then on Saturday a 73-79 defeat at the hands of Mayport CG, where the Patriots won by 6 in Mayville. After tonight for Northern Cache, they will have a couple of days for practice, getting ready for the Bonanza down in Wahpeton, going up against Maple River on Saturday, then hosting Oak Grove on the 9th, and closing out the regular season against the Cavalier Tornadoes at home on February the 11th. It's the Broncos and the Jags. Will take a quick break. When we come back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll hear from the head coach of the Lisbon Broncos next. That's Barb Sweet, and alongside Northern Cache head coach DC Lucas. It's all before our player profile and the starting lineups tonight for Region 1 girls basketball here on yourliveevent.com.
Don't let the flu get you down. Fight the flu with a shot of prevention. Stop at Hillsborough Drug and get your flu shot today. No appointment is necessary. Shingle shots are also available. And don't forget your other pharmacy and healthcare needs at Hillsborough Drug. Over-the-counter medications, vitamins, health and beauty items as well. For your convenience, Hillsborough Drug offers mail-out service and delivery of your prescriptions. Check out the gift items for all occasions, too. Hillsborough Drug is a locally owned pharmacy and proud to serve the area. They thank you for trusting them with your business at Hillsborough Drug.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show here today from Hunter, North Dakota, it's Northern Cache and the Lisbon Broncos in Class B Region 1 girls basketball. Joining us now, Barb Sweet, head coach for the Lisbon Broncos. And Barb, it's a very busy time for your team looking at the schedule. Games on Friday and Saturday this past weekend. You have a game tonight, game Thursday, game Monday coming up in a short amount of time. So from a coaching point of view, good or bad that you're maybe not in the practice gym as much, or is it good to get the girls some quality minutes against really good competition before the Region 1 tournament comes around the corner here in a couple of weeks?
Well, you always want to have some practice time to fix some things, but in the doldrums of January, game kind of keeps everybody a little fresher. I think practice gets a little old for the kids. Coaches, not so much. We see all the things like, we don't have enough time to fix that. but for the kids, keeping keeping games like this. But what do you do? It's the weather of December that's causing some of this right now. Back to back to back. We've had 3 games a week now for about 3 weeks. So just keep them going.
And you mentioned about the games here. Let's recap what happened over the weekend. A back and forth scrapper with the Kindred Vikings that you were hosting Kindred, and then less than 12 hours get on a bus essentially and go to Ellendale, pick up a win. So what did you learn from your team in that back-to-back game situation, Barb?
I think the girls learned a lot about themselves. Kindred's always a big game for us. They're Kindred, and they've got a history of having great teams. So I thought that we came out hard. We played, as far as I'm concerned, probably our best 3 quarters of basketball in a row against a very stout Kindred team. We just kind of came up short there at the end. So I think the girls learned that they can play, big competition, and not back down. And then to have to be able to go off of that, it's a very emotional game when you're playing those big region teams. Didn't play a lot of kids, probably 6 or 7 kids maybe total that night. Get up early the next morning and head down to Ellendale. That's kind of one of our longest bus trips. Cold, early. You have to wait not most of the day, but several hours before you play. I thought the girls did a nice job of figuring out how to play back to back like that.
And going through this game coming up here against Northern Cass, Barbie, before I get to a couple of your players, obviously the Jags can put up a lot of points in a short amount of time. That's number one. Hallie Crockett, for crying out loud, is averaging, north of 30 points per contest. And I know her name's probably going to be brought up as a senior athlete of the year in Region 1 as one of the couple. But what stands out outside of that from your point of view here, Barb, from a coach's perspective?
Well, they're very tall and we are very not. So, we just are going to have to do what we can against their height. And Hallie and her little sister they are very good basketball players. Hallie's been, it's one of those kids that you're like, oh, she's going to finally graduate. But she's a very good basketball player. We'll have to know where she's at, and we're going to have to know where Hayden's at all of the time, and try and stop that. We don't have a lot of scoring, so we have to try and hold teams down. So we're really going to have to put on some pressure in that half court defense.
And you mentioned, scoring from your point of view. Kyra Hecker obviously is a walking double-double. I know there's some games where she can probably even double her performance in terms of her ability just to get to the rim, find ways to get loose balls. But I know a lot of people key on her, Barb. So if Kyra is getting double-teamed or someone is putting their best defensive player on there, who might be another player from your point of view that just might need to find ways to get to the paint, find ways to get an open look or swing the ball offensively for the Lisbon Broncos?
Well, Emerson Schultz has had a couple of nice big games for us, scoring 10, 15 points. And she has that ability. She's a left-hander. She's a big, strong girl. She can shoot outside. She can go inside. She's learned some post moves. So she's really come along here in the second half of the season. So that's good. Kaya Sweet can shoot the ball. She's got range, just has to have the confidence to do it. She doesn't like to miss. So doesn't like to take those extra shots that we really need her to start taking. And once she finds her rhythm, I think she could be a good scorer for us. She also can get to the paint and deliver the ball to kids that need it. So, we talked to her about, stepping that piece of her game up that will help. Although, 5'4" going into the paint tonight won't necessarily work so well. We also have a little freshman in Riot Wertman that she hit 5 3-pointers for us down in Ellendale. And when she's hot, it's like throwing it into the ocean. So those kids need to just find the confidence to shoot the ball and not worry. Shooters have to have short memories, and that's something that they're trying to learn how to do.
It's the Lisbon Broncos and Northern Cass Jaguars here tonight. Barb, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here this evening in Hunter.
Thank you.
That again, Coach Sweet for the Lisbon Broncos. Will continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show after this, where we'll hear from DC Lucas from Northern Cass. The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We are less than 90 days until spring planting. 90 days. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have parts on hand? Are any upgrade options decided on and purchased? We can help. Spring will be here before you know it, and we will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show here today from Hunter, North Dakota, it's Northern Cass the Jags hosting the Lisbon Broncos for Region 1 girls basketball. Joining us now, head coach for Northern Cass, that is DC Lucas. And DC, I asked Barb Sweet this same question to start. A lot of games in a short amount of time. Both teams coming off of Friday, Saturday games respectively. You pick up a Region 1 win in Colfax, then you have a really good opponent, a top 10 ranked team in Mayport CG on Saturday, come up just a little bit short on the road. But what'd you learn about your teams in Colfax and in Mayville this past weekend?
You know, in Colfax, it was nice. I mean, Richland's their record doesn't show how well they've been playing. I thought Coach Johnson's did a great job down there. You know, that was our first game back. Hayden being healthy, Hayden Crockett. So it was nice to see us kind of get back into the rhythm of our main squad out there. So that was nice to see. You know, and then like you said, the tough turnaround. I think it was 12 hours, and we're back on a bus going up to Mayport. Mayport's a tough team. They're well coached. I thought we had some good game plans. It was a well fought game. You know, the one thing we learned is just some of the things that we have to do to get over the top as it relates to back-to-back games, which we're going to have to do in the Region 1 tournament. So I think we walked away, you know, a little obviously disappointed. You don't like to lose, but at the end of the day, like the things we need to work on to clean some things up in the next 2 or 3 weeks to get ready. But overall, I was happy. The girls were focused in practice on Monday, getting ready for Lisbon.
And, you know, let's talk about Josie Jensen here, a junior, but she's averaging now a double-double in points and rebounds. And when you can have someone as well, DC, as you know, with 4 block shots, but how many shots does she alter at the rim if she doesn't get a block shot? What has that been providing to see Josie kind of, you know, continually to get better each game and practice out here?
Yeah, it's one of those things I always tell people we should be charting like deflections and altered shots because she does a great job of disrupting that middle. I know last year we had the luxury of having Emma do it, Emma Lucas do it. Now we have Josie doing it, and she's done an incredible job. The last 3 games have just been lights out, you know, 20 plus average, cleaning up the boards. And then to your point, the blocks. I mean, you know, in the beginning part of the year, I think she still had a little bit of volleyball in her, and she was coming down and getting some foul trouble, and she's really cleaned that up and stayed out of foul trouble and just gotten into a rhythm. So that's going to be key for us because she's so tall and so difficult to guard. And that's going to be a key for us, especially moving forward into the region tournament. So real happy with the way she's playing. And so it's going to be interesting to see, you know, as this progresses on and she can continue that momentum.
And an interesting player on the opposite side for the Lisbon Broncos, who's also averaging a double-double, Kyra Heckrell here. So I know she's not just, you know, the matchup for a Barb Sweet team, but when you take a look at the Lisbon Broncos, who or what's going to present a challenge for you here tonight, DC?
You know, she'll present a challenge. She's a good ball player. She's been a challenge for the last couple of years. But, you know, Barb always does a great job with her guards. Her guards are always tough. We always got to be aware of where they're at. She always has a couple that come and will drain some threes. So we've been working on making sure that we keep them at bay, meanwhile protecting the post. So Barb, as always, it's always a tough battle with Lisbon, well coached. And, you know, so we know what we have to do, hopefully put some more pressure on and make them uncomfortable, but we know on the defensive side, they'll do the same to us. So it's like any game, first couple quarters, we'll feel each other out and kind of see where we set in from that standpoint.
Final thing for you, DC, before we let you go, I always like to ask coaches this question too. You get to January 31st, so you know what's around the corner literally tomorrow, the month of February. Do you feel it from your players a little bit and maybe from the seniors that, hey, this is practice 13 left, or, you know, game 5 left, or do you kind of feel that once you get to this time of the year as a coach?
Yeah, we'll definitely feel it after tomorrow. I mean, for sure, because now you have a little more practice time, so you have a little more prep time, but we know we're trying to stay focused one game at a time. I keep preaching that to them. I know they get tired of that, hearing that from me, but we know it's around the corner and it's an exciting time. We got 4 games left. My lone senior knows it's a fun time, but also too at the region tournament, we want to make sure we make a good showing and see how far we can go.
Hey, DC, as always, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here tonight against the Lisbon Broncos.
Awesome. Thanks.
That again is DC Lucas, head coach for Northern Cass. We'll continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show after this here on your live event.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
Final segment here on our Irie Insurance pregame show ahead of the starting lineups and the opening tip tonight here in Hunter. We just got done hearing from both head coach of Northern Cass, DC Lucas, and Barb Sweet of the Lisbon Broncos. It's now time for our player profile. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard tonight here in the Lisbon Broncos, Kyra Heckrell, the 5'10 junior forward, averaging 12 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 steals per contest. They kind of go as she goes. And Emerson Schultz, who Barb mentioned, can be a stat stuffer as well, averaging 8 points and 5.5 rebounds per contest for Lisbon. On the opposite side, for the Northern Cass Jaguars, you have Miss Hallie Crockett, who's 20 points away from reaching the 2,000-point milestone here tonight in Hunter. If she can get to 20, she would reach over 2,000 career points. She's already got the school record for most points in a season. She already has a single game record for Northern Cass as well for most points in one basketball contest. So she continues to break records here to Fleury for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Northern Cass head coached by DC Lucas, winners of 2 of their last 3. One for the Lisbon Broncos, again head coached by Barb Sweet, 1-1 in their last 2 games here for Lisbon. Some other games across the state of North Dakota tonight. Number 4, Kenmare Bullbells up by 10 over number 3, Central McLean on the road. You have number 5, Central Cass at receiving votes, Kindred. And a reminder, coming up on Friday night in Thompson, it's number 1 Thompson and number 2 Rugby. That game will be just after the 6 o'clock hour on Friday night right here on your live event. For the Northern Cass Jaguars, pretty simply here down the stretch. You control your own seed line for the Region 1 tournament. If they win out from here, they will be no worse than the number 2. Well, for the Lisbon Broncos, they're currently 9th. They can still move ahead to 8th and 7th potentially, but they're going to need some help along the way. But if they can beat Sargent County on Monday, that'll definitely help the cause as well. That does it for a pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, go online to IRIEINS.com. That again is IRIEINS.com. Starting lineups and opening tip is next in Hunter between the Broncos and the Jaguars. It's Region 1 girls basketball tonight here on yourliveevent.com.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, we are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problems solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Here it's way more hands-on. The college has better equipment than the shop I'm at now. Like, you name it, they got it. you get to use your tools and your hands a lot more. My name is Sean, and I am here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
Let's get ready for this Region 1 girls basketball contest here tonight in Hunter for the Lisbon Broncos, clad in their red uniforms here tonight with the Lisbon across the front. Northern Cass and Lisbon, the Broncos averaging 43 points per contest, while defensively giving up 53 points per game. While for the Northern Cass Jaguars so far averaging 72 points per contest, while defensively giving up 57 points per contest here for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Northern Cass this season, a plateau for them to get to. They're just 1-4 when the opposition scores 65 or more points in a contest. Their one win after being 1-4 in that plateau is a 14-point defeat over the Grafton Spoilers, 81-67. For the Lisbon Broncos, they'll go like this. Ella Tui, a 5'10 junior guard, averaging 4 points and 4 rebounds per contest. Kyra Heckrell, a 5'10 junior forward, averaging a double-double. Lisbon, no seniors on this year roster. Kaya Sweet, the daughter of head coach Barb Sweet, the 5'4 junior guard, averaging 6 points and 3 assists. Kendra Differty, the 5'8 junior forward, averaging 4 points and 4 rebounds. And Emerson Schultz, the 5'10 junior, averaging 8 points and 5 boards. So Tui, Heckrell, Sweet, Differty, and Schultz here rounding out the starting lineups for the Lisbon Broncos. 5-11 on this season and 2-6 in Region 1 play. Their next game after tonight will be Thursday at Medina Pingree Buchanan before closing out their region portion of their schedule on Monday at Sargent County, a game you will have for you here on your liveevent.com. For the Northern Cass Jaguars, out in their white uniforms here tonight with Jaguars across the front. Hayden Crockett, a 5'7 sophomore, averaging 16 points and 7 rebounds. Addie Russ, the 5'6 junior, averaging 3 points and 4 assists. Ellie Lucas, the daughter of DC Lucas, the 6'1 junior guard, averaging 6 points and 6 rebounds. Josie Denson, averaging a double-double, 10 points and 10 boards for the 6'3 junior in Jensen. And Hallie Crockett here, the 5'9 senior, averaging 31 points and 5 rebounds. So a pair of Crockett's, so Russ, Lucas, and Jensen here for Northern Cass. The Jags 12-4 on this season and 7-1 in Region 1 play. After tonight, they will make their way down to Wahpeton in the Bonanza and play Maple River on Saturday before finishing off the regular season region portion of their schedule on February the 9th against the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Heckrell in the center circle here for the Lisbon Broncos. Jensen in the center circle here for Northern Cass. The Broncos playing a defensive jump to start, and Heckrell is able to open up this game with the opening tip at 7:42 on a Tuesday night. Northern Cass will come on here, man-to-man defense. Heckrell asking for it on the inside. Three-pointer on the way here by Emerson Schultz is off the front iron, and ball will be awarded to Northern Cass. Northern Cass 18-5 a season ago, looking for their first state tournament appearance since 2005. Once we turn the script to February, well, for the Lisbon Broncos, 9-12 on this season, and this is a team that Coach Barb Sweet said right to start the season for their opener in Tower City. This is going to be a learning year with no seniors on the roster, some with a lot and others not so much for varsity experience. Three-pointer from the right baseline here for Addie Rust, and it's Northern Cass who draws first blood on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Within the front court is Schultz. Right-hand side now to Kaya Sweet, as Sweet will slow it up here for the Broncos in the front court. Gives it to Differty, back to Sweet here at the right of the key. Heckrell relief pressure at the top. Look to reverse it now for the Broncos. Gives it to Sweet, near sideline to Tui. Tui taking a couple of dribbles. Floater inside the paint from 14 is off, and Ellie Lucas gets the defensive rebound. Lucas wants to push in transition, finds Hayden Crockett, right wing three, another triple, going to be off the mark. Rebound underneath here to Kaya Sweet for the Lisbon Broncos. So 3-0 early here, thanks in part to a triple by Miss Russ. Ball goes on the baseline, almost on a bounce was Differty here on the right pocket. Lucas on the guard of Heckrell here in the half court. Tui to Sweet from way downtown, top of the key. Splashes it in. Kaya Sweet with the triple, and we're tied at 3 apiece. And looking shot there by Kaya inside. On the way goes Jensen off the back tab long. Rebound to Emerson Schultz. Schultz will handle the rock here for the Lisbon Broncos, as they will bring in the front court. Now look for their first lead with the made field goal. Ball goes on the baseline here to Emerson Schultz. Schultz trying to go on the interior to Heckrell. Heckrell just hanging on the block. Now we'll see if she looks reverse at top of the key. Heckrell will shoot a three-pointer. That one's off the right iron, and a board coming down here to Jensen. Jensen to Hayden Crockett. Hayden with it going hard down the paint, and she gets fouled. And we'll see if it's on the floor or in the act of shooting. A foul will come across here in Ella Tui. That'll be her first and the team's first. They'll say it's on the floor, so Northern Cass will inbound the basketball here with Rust. As they do, shovels pass on the inside, and Tui is there for the steal on the first turnover of the game here for Northern Cass. Lisbon will work with it the other side of the basketball now and trying to take the lead yet again. Handoff Sweet. Sweet with the rock, gives it back up top to Tui. Ball screen coming, Tui top of the key. Three-pointer, and she banks it in. Tui with a bank three, and the Lisbon Broncos take a three-point edge. So Lisbon with their first lead here on this Tuesday night as the Broncos give the Kinder Vikings everything they could handle back on Friday, in which they were leading at the half before Kinder came back and eventually won 50-37. Hayden Crockett with the teardrop off the window for two. Hayden now has her first field goal of the game, and the Jags looking to have a full court pressure defense, and they get the steal. Hayden to Hallie, left-handed layup, misses that one, ball out of play, and it will be Northern Cass basketball. So the Jags will work with it here. A 1-point deficit as they'll inbound with Rust. Rust looking to get it on the inside, finds Jensen. Jumper from 7, got it to go. 3 different players in the scoring column now for Northern Cass as they regain the edge here at 7-6. Lisbon breaks the press. They give it to Tui. Tui in the front court here. Gets cut off on the short corner. Finds Heckrell. Heckrell with a hard dribble down the paint. Right hand scoop off the mark. Good idea. Just unable to finish. Hayden gives it. Rust, right wing. She wants another three, and she buries another one. Rust now with 6 points here in the opening 3.5 minutes for Northern Cass. Lisbon in the front court as they will contend again with this full court pressure defense, seeing a little 2-2-1 here by the Jags. This one on the near sideline, that'll go to Schultz. Schultz open a teardrop three-pointer, a rainbow three is going to be short, and Tui collects the miss, and then it's a turnover. Working with it is Hayden Crockett trying to go coast to coast. She lost it on her way up. She'll hit the deck hard here. They'll say that she just did not have enough possession after there was a little bit of contact with Kaya. So Northern Cass will have to give the basketball right back to the Lisbon Broncos. Hallie Crockett on the top of this pressure defense. Heckrell going right to the 10. Shot is going to be up. No. Rebound. Put back. Can't get that one to go. Another chance here. This is going to be a long rebound one for Josie Jensen up the floor here to Hallie. Crockett will handle this one for her first 2 points of the evening. So Differding and Schultz with opportunities that time for the Broncos just come awry. They break the press. Heckrell will come into a curl hop here. She spins on the baseline on Jensen and gets fouled for the and one. Heckrell with the and one opportunity. Foul coming here on Jensen. That'll be Josie's first and the team's first, and we'll have a substitution for Northern Cass as Ellie Lucas will check out. Coming in will be Kayla Treader. Treader, the 5'7" junior guard, averaging 3 points and 3 rebounds per contest this season here for the Jags. Heckrell to make it a one-possession game, and does. 3 points for Tui, 3 points for Heckrell, and 3 points for Kaya Sweet to make the 9 so far for the Lisbon Broncos, as Lisbon will stay in this little 1-2-2. Crockett going down the paint. Hallie left-handed layup for 2. Crockett now with 4 points here in the quarter, and the Lisbon Broncos are facing one of their larger deficits here of the opening minutes of this game. Heckrell on the backcourt finds Tui here, up and over on the pass to Kaya Sweet. Sweet reverse pivots, nice pass across the paint, left-handed layup, no. Heckrell put back, and she gets fouled, and Heckrell will go to the line. Differding with the miss. Heckrell cleans it up and gets rewarded with 2 more foul attempts, as this will be the second foul in as many moments here on Jensen. Her second and the team's second. Free throw opportunity here for Heckrell upcoming. First of 2 on the way is good. Heckrell now with 4 points to lead the floor for the Lisbon Broncos, as Northern Cass here with Tess Jalbert will check in. Tess, 3 points and 3 rebounds here for Northern Cass on the season. Free throw opportunity number 2 on the way for an all-region volleyball player from this past fall. Heckrell goes 3 for 3 so far from the lines. The Broncos trailing it by 3 as we get to the 3-minute mark here of this opening quarter. Crockett inside shot is going to be off the mark. Rebound to Emerson Schultz. That's her 3rd. One thing that head coach Barb Sweet said, we're not a team this season that's going to put 60, 70, 80 points on teams. We got to play well in the half court. Jumper by Schultz. 3-pointer is going to be off the mark. Rebound comes down to Treader. But so far this back and forth pace has been fun to watch. Turnover here. Heckrell to the paint. Shot up. No. Putback from the left block. In for 2 here for Lisbon. Differty with 2 points and 2 rebounds. The defense had to collapse on Heckrell, leaving the backside open here for the Broncos. Other side of the floor, nice ankle cross on Hayden Crockett to get to the 10, and it's the Jaguars now leading it by 3. Most points this season for the Lisbon Broncos, 65 against Griggs McCoat on the opposite side, and we've seen Northern Cass hit the 70 mark a lot. They hit 86 against Sargent County on January the 9th. Trying to throw it off a Crockett's shoe. That's going to be Emerson Schultz, and we'll have a baseball pass up the other end of the floor. Sister to sister, Hallie to Hayden. Hayden now has 6, and that's the 3rd turnover here by the Broncos. Sweet with the rock now, as this one will be at the top of the key for Kaya. Kaya takes not 1 but 2 ball screens, drive and kick. Tui right, deep shot on the way, and Tui got it to go for the 3. Tui has 6, and well, for Northern Cass, I think head coach D.C. Lucas does have something to say about was the right shoe on the line or not. Crockett inside the paint. This will be a turnover here as Heckrell gets the steal. That last shot by Tui, was she on the line or not? They say she was not, so the Broncos are back within 2, and then they get the steal here. 4th turnover for Northern Cass. Broncos will handle the rock here at the right of the key. Sweet thought about a 3, takes a couple of dribbles, inside pass. Nice find for the 2 points to Emerson Schultz. Give Kaya Sweet the assist, and we're tied at 18 apiece. Tied at 3, tied at 18 now here in this contest as Crockett gets fouled in the act of shooting. This foul will come across here on Kendra Differty, and this will be her 1st and the team's 2nd. Allie Crockett goes to the free throw line for the 5'9 senior guard. Will be the first free throw opportunities of the contest here for Northern Cass. Crockett, free throw attempt on the first, gets it to go. Now at 5 points here. Second free throw attempt to try to join Hayden and Addie with 6 on the night. Hallie's shot's going to be off, and a rebound comes down to Heckrell, her first board of the game. Kyra's averaging a double-double so far, 5 points and a rebound. This one will come across in good hands by Tess Jalbert to get in that passing lane here as it will stay with the Lisbon Broncos. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, for more information, you can go to dhnDbank.com. That's dhnDbank.com. Lisbon here at the top with Heckrell. Heckrell crossing over, guard there by Hallie Crockett. Now up top to Tui. Tui looks to reverse it inside on the pass. This will go on the interior to Schultz. Schultz goes up, and there's a foul. This might be on test as Emerson has 2 points in this game, and the foul will be coming here. The 3rd of the contest for Northern Cass, and Tess will pick up her 1st. Free throw opportunity here for Emerson. First free throw attempt off the mark. Second free throw attempt upcoming here for the Lisbon Broncos. As Lisbon trying to tie this puppy up at 19 apiece. Schultz, free throw, got it. Broncos now 4 or 5 from the foul line, and it's a even up score here between the Jags and the Broncos. Lisbon will continue in this zone defense as they put Heckrell up top, and then they spread out the wings. Almost looks like a 3-2, but can act more like a 1-2-2 at times. Addie Rust at the right wing, skips it left-hand side. This will go in the hands of Jalbert now on the baseline. Tesh drives, and there's Tui for the steal. Fit turnover. Tui up the other side. Kaya Sweet's pass gets intercepted by Hallie Crockett. Crockett will try to beat the buzzer. Crockett going hard down the paint, lost it, and it will stay here with Northern Cass. So with 1.2 left to play in the quarter, Northern Cass will take the final shot of the quarter if they can get this in on the inbounds. As D.C. Lucas calls out the play here as the basketball went out of the court and into the front entryway here at Northern Cass. Rust inbounds it, gives it to Hayden, top of the key, three-pointer on the way, off the iron. That's how we'll end our first quarter play on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. A ton of offense in the opening 8 minutes, tied at 19 apiece.
North Dakota is Southeastern North Dakota's premier building supply headquarters. They have it all from the basic home improvements to complete pre-built homes. Their staff is knowledgeable in every product they sell and have over 110 combined years of experience. With their large inventory to sell from and a fleet of 6 delivery vehicles, Riverside Building Center in Lisbon can bring the products to your job site. From a hammer all the way to a home, they have you covered. Visit rbclisbon.com today. Riverside Building Center in Lisbon.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Gwinner, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
Nicholas running the camera here in Hunter. Chase Miller with you on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, knotted at 19 apiece. Lisbon with 5 players in the scoring column, 3 threes, and they have 8 rebounds. For Northern Cass, 4 players in the scoring column, 2 threes, and they have 5 rebounds here for Northern Cass. With it, right-hand side, ball gets skipped. This will go to Rust. Extra pass now to Crockett. Hayden with it, up and over to Hallie. Hallie at the right wing takes a ball screen there. Looks for a teammate, finds her sister. Hayden, right baseline, triple, no. Rebound here with Lucas, and then we'll have a foul. So Ellie Lucas will get her second rebound. Foul will be before the shot here. As this foul will come on Kaya Sweet. That'll be her first and the team's third. Northern Cass to inbound this one as they do. Hayden Crockett, left pocket 3. Hayden shot no. Rebound, put back. Jensen can't get that one to go. And a board here for the Lisbon Broncos with Kendra Differding. So second chance opportunity there goes awry for Northern Cass. Lisbon will handle it right-hand side with Kendra Differding. And there's a steal here by Hayden. Crockett, right-handed scoop and score. Hayden with points off turnovers here. She's got 8, and the Jags are up by 2. They will have a little zone, half court, right-hand side triple on the way here for Sweet. Shot's going to be off the mark, ball tapped out and won by Miss Rust. And then we'll have a foul with Tui. So Tui's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be her second, team's fourth, as they'll make sure that Hayden looks to be all right after she had an inadvertent elbow to the head there by Tui. As Hayden will take a quick, deep breath as DC Lucas making sure that she's okay. For the Lisbon Broncos, they'll make a substitution as Riot Wortman, the 5'4 freshman sharpshooter, will check in now for the Broncos. Ball on the baseline. Here goes Lucas across the paint to Hayden. Hayden looking for it. Right wing jumper on the way for Hayden off the back tab. And a rebound here to Lisbon Broncos. Emerson Schultz with her 4th rebound of the contest here for Lisbon. Just one senior combined between these two teams here tonight, and that is Hallie Crockett. Heckrell chases this one down the backcourt. No over and back. They'll say it was deflected off of Hayden, but the shot clock here dwindling down to 15 on the shot clock. Wortman, she wants a 3. Shot's going to be off the mark. Rebound, though. Good for 2 for Emerson Schultz. 5 points and 5 rebounds here for the 5'10 junior. Other side goes Hallie Crockett. Crockett looks to spin, pops it past to Jensen. Josie, 10-footer, can't get that one to go. And then we'll have a rebound here by Differding. Lisbon in transition with a chance for Kaya Sweet. Sweet little shovel pass to Heckrell. Right-handed layup for 2. Heckrell now with 7. And oh, what a find. How sweet it is for Kaya Sweet. Right baseline here, Hallie. Right wing spins on the baseline, gets a shot off. Nice looking shot there by the senior. Hallie now with 7, and it's a 23-23 contest. Back and forth we go on a Tuesday night for Region 1 girls basketball here at Northern Cass. Heckrell right-hand side to Sweet. Sweet takes the ball screen, left wing to Wortman around the horn. That goes to Schultz. Emerson going hard on the inside, drags the pivot foot, gets the ball right back. Emerson looking to go left short corner here, lost it on her way up, and this will be a turnover on the Lisbon Broncos. That'll be their 6th. So far for Lisbon, led by the 7 of Heckrell, 6 for Tui, and 5 of Schultz. Well, for Northern Cass, led by the 8 of Hayden Crockett, the 7 of Hallie. And Hallie wants some more, and she's got it now in double digits with 10. Hallie Crockett now with 10 points here in this contest and 10 away from reaching that 2K milestone. Here goes Heckrell. Heckrell trying to get by Lucas, and there's a steal. Here goes Hallie Crockett up the floor to Hayden. Right-handed layup for 2. Hayden Crockett now matching her sister with 10 points here with 4:55, and Coach Barb Sweet wants a timeout. We'll break with him. This timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. It's Northern Cass up by 5.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters is a group of parents, coaches, and community members whose mission is to enrich the Lisbon High School athletic community by providing financial support for Lisbon High School athletic programs and events. If you are interested in getting involved, they invite you to join the Bronco Athletic Booster Group on Facebook to learn more. The Lisbon Athletic Boosters send a good luck wish to all athletes competing today.
Timeouts are brought to you in part by our friends at Bank North. They offer the perfect sync for your busy life with their online banking and mobile app. You can take Bank North wherever you go. Proud member FDIC and proud supporter of their communities. Go to ibanknorth.com. After the timeout here, first one taken by either team. Heckrell gets fouled, and foul will be on the way here for Ellie Lucas, her first, team's fourth, and they'll say it was on the floor. So both teams right now with 4 team fouls. As Lisbon will look to inbound this one. Sweet gives it inside. This will go here to Emerson Schultz, and it's going to be a block shot on the way by Jensen. Then we'll have a foul in the backcourt. So foul will come across on Lisbon. That'll be their 5th. Emerson Schultz will pick up her first, and now it's Northern Cass with Hayden Crockett here in the front court for the Jags. Hayden left-hand side to Russ. Ball gets skipped Hallie. Hallie on the interior to Jensen. Across the way to Russ. Left baseline triple coming. Russ' shot is going to be long. Good offensive set. Jonas unable to finish. Kendra Differty now with her 5th rebound here for the Lisbon Broncos as Lisbon trails it by 5 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Little weaving action now to Wertman. Wertman has it up top to Heckrell. Heckrell looking at back. Lucas down once but twice. Open, Sweet, right at the key. 3-pointer off the front iron. Ball gets tapped out, and with it on the loose ball, here's going to be Riot. Wertman gives it on the interior. Power dribble by Schultz, and she's got 7. 7 points and 5 rebounds for Emerson. Up the other end of the floor, though, Hallie Crockett beats everybody down for 12. And now a chance to get to 13 from the foul line. Foul will come across on Differty, her first, her second, that is. That'll be the team's 6th. Substitution as Addie Winterquist will check in now. Alongside with her, you have Addie Russ in the game, Tess Jalbert, and a pair of Crockett's. Free throw opportunity is off the mark. Rebound, though, one here for Northern Cass for a moment. Then we'll have a turnover. So board there by Winterquist, and then it'll go the other side here for the Lisbon Broncos. Lisbon, right wing. Here goes Sweet. Sweet, handoff. Wertman, left wing triple on the way. Shot's going to be long. Rebound, though, here for Differty. Differty goes hard to the paint. Shot, no. Ball tapped out, and it will go to Northern Cass. So Differty already with 6 rebounds here with 3:30 left to play in the first half. Tied at 3, 18, 19, and 23. Neither team has led by double digits here tonight. Northern Cass, right wing to Rust. Russ at the right baseline finds a cutting Crockett. Crockett in the right block off the window, gets the shooter's roll. Crockett now with 14 here for Northern Cass. Lisbon in the front court with Differty at the left wing. Differty up top now to Heckrell as they give the handoff to Sweet. Sweet works with the rock now in this man pressure defense. Sweet skips it to the top here. That goes Riot. Wertman will handle it here at the top. Riot gets to the 10, right-handed shot, no. Rebound, though, back to Riot here. Bounce pass through the paint, stolen away. And now they go the other side of the floor here. Hallie Crockett from the left block gets it to go for 2. Crockett now with 16 points here for Northern Cass. Hallie 4 points away from the milestone here, but Northern Cass leads it by 9. Wertman will handle the basketball left-hand side. This one will go with Differty on the other side, and that's going to be a block shot on the way up here for Emerson Schultz. Substitution is Tess Jalbert will check in for Addie Rust for the Lisbon Broncos. A win here, for Northern Cass. A win here for the Jags gets them to 8-1 in the region, while a win here tonight for Lisbon would get them to 3-6. As Lisbon is slated to inbound the basketball here with Sweet. Kaya finds Heckrell here. Heckrell takes a couple of dribbles. Dribble pullback, 17-footer. Good-looking shot there for Heckrell. She's got 9, and that's her third made field goal. Back within a 7-point contest here. Hayden Crockett, little left-handed hip-high dribble. Gives it to Hallie, top of the key. Hallie reverses, comes to a free throw line jumper and book it. Crockett now with 18. She's got 13 in the quarter, and then Hayden gets fouled with the turnover, and she'll go to the line. Lisbon with their 9th turnover here. That's going to be the 7th, and we'll have free throws regardless for Northern Cass. Foul will come across here on Kaya. That's her 2nd. And they're going to say it's a bonus as was on the floor. So Hayden goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Hayden, free throw, got it, now with 11. Second free throw attempt on the way here for Hayden. Second one is up, and that was going to be off the mark. Rebound here to Heckrell, however, her 2nd of the game. Heckrell in the backcourt as the Lisbon Broncos for the first time tonight trail it by double digits. Sweet goes across the way, and there's a turnover. Northern Cass with Tess Dahlberg gives it to Crockett inside, up and in for 2. Crockett now with 20 on the night here for Northern Cass. So just chipping away here for the Jags as she's getting to that 2,000-point plateau here for the Jags. 39-27. Lisbon will handle it now with Heckrell. Heckrell working with it, going hard across the paint. No. Rebound here with Emerson Schultz. That's going to be your 6th. Schultz up and over. Top of the key here for Sweet. Sweet now will handle basketball. Sweet deep three-pointer on the way. Off the backboard, no good. Crockett gets the rebound. Crockett goes the other side, goes coast to coast, and lays it up and in. Now 22 here for Crockett. Go on the other side. Here is Riot Wortman. Wortman at the right wing. Double team comes. Crockett trying to get the steal, and here she goes. Crockett with an easy left-handed layup for 2. Crockett now with 24 here for the Jags, and just like that, when you blink, what was a 2-possession game has ballooned to now a 16-point deficit here for the Broncos, and another steal. Here's Hayden Crockett. Hayden with the points off turnovers. That's been the story here of the last 3.5 minutes, is Northern Cass's defensive ability to get the ball and quickly transition down the other end of the floor and get some easy points here for the Jags. Sweet wraparound pass, going to be out of bounds here. Last touch for Addie Winterquist. It was 28-23, Northern Cass with 4:55 left in the half. Currently got 17 points, a 17-4 run here for Northern Cass since that point. Here goes Heckrell. Heckrell, three-pointer right of the key, off the mark, no rebound here to Winterquist. Winterquist now to Hayden Crockett. Hayden looking for a teammate and her sister there in Hallie. This one comes across. Lisbon gets the steal with Sweet, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. It's the Northern Cass Jaguars 45 and the Lisbon Broncos 27. As we'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll get ready for second half action here on your liveevent.com.
Folks, it's tax season, and the best way to teach your kids about taxes is by eating 30% of their ice cream. And the best way to learn about your tax situation is contacting Olson Accounting. They'll answer any question you have from an individual or business point of view. Let Olson Accounting set up your tax plan and eliminate any problems by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
In Lisbon, contact Lance Gulson at 701-683-4713.
Have you adjusted your crop insurance policy to reflect the increase in commodity prices and input costs? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We want to partner with you to provide you a comprehensive policy structure to protect your farm's revenue and preserve your equity. Give us a call today to set up a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent prior to March 15th. For contact information, please visit our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
At the half year, brought to you in part by our friends at Hunter Insurance Agency. Hunter Insurance Agency, dedicated to providing you the best support for your insurance requests from crop, hail, farm, commercial, and home. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com. It's 45-27. Northern Cass with the lead over the Lisbon Broncos. Let's take a look at some of the numbers in this one. For Northern Cass, 4 players in the scoring column, 2 of 5 from the line with 3 made threes and 7 turnovers. For Lisbon, they have 5 players in the scoring column, 3 threes, 4 of 5 from the charity stripe with 12 turnovers. Lisbon 19 points in the first 8 minutes, 8 points in the next 8. While for Northern Cass, 19 points in the first quarter and 26 points in the second quarter. The Jags led by Hallie Crockett with 24 points. She's right on that plateau here to get to 2,000 in her career. Crockett with 24 points, 1 of 3 shooting from the floor, and triple. For Hayden Crockett, she's got 13. 6 points here for Addie Rust, a pair of threes, and 2 by Josie Jensen. Again, Northern Cass with 24 points, led by the way for Hallie Crockett. For the Lisbon Broncos, they're led by the 9 points here of Heckrell. Heckrell with 9 points and 3 of 3 from the free throw line with 2 rebounds. 7 points here for Emerson Schultz and 6 rebounds. 6 points by Ella Tui. 3 by Kaya Sweet and 2 points, 5 rebounds by Kendra Differding. Again, the Lisbon Broncos led by the 9 points of Kyra Heckrell. That is our Hunter Insurance Agency. First part of our halftime show. We come back after this. Take a look at some of the out-of-town scores that are starting to trickle in across Class B girls basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com.
You couldn't pick a better community to be a part of. I've actually been to another college, and this one was a far better experience because of the support of the faculty and the staff here. It's just outstanding. My name is Andrew, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
What does it take to make fitness part of your lifestyle? It's intention. It's commitment. It's resilience. It's just who you are. You put in the time and effort to stay active. Our expert orthopedic and sports medicine providers also put in the time and effort to invest in new methods and treatments. Whatever you do to stay active, we are here to keep you moving. It's just who we are. Orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
As we continue here on our halftime show, let's take a look at some of the other scores across the state of North Dakota. It's Kenmare Bull Bells 46-38 with 90 seconds left to play in a battle of 3 versus 4. The 4 seed in the Honkers currently with an 8-point advantage right now here on your liveevent.com for our halftime show, brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. As Northern Cass with the lead, but out west, again, it's been the 4 seed. Take a look at Central Cass and Kindred in girls basketball. Just got to the half. Central Cass 34, the Kindred Vikings 31, which would make things interesting. If Kindred were to beat the Squirrels, then you'd have Northern Cass, Central Cass, and Kindred all with 1 loss. It's barring Northern Cass finishes this game off tonight here in Hunter against the Lisbon Broncos. So those are a look at some of your other halftime scores here across the state of North Dakota. And going to the second quarter, it's the Maple River Raiders over the Oak Grove Grovers, 21-4 here tonight. That game with Josh Boyko in Tower City also on your liveevent.com. Maple River with a win would get one step closer to trying to be a top 5 seed and earn a bye into the quarterfinals. What we know is this: Northern Cass will no doubt be a 1, 2, or 3. It's just a matter of what seed line. Currently, they have the inside track at a 2 as long as Central Cass remains unbeaten. For the Lisbon Broncos, currently 9, but they could slip up to 8 here, particularly with a win at Sargent County on Monday if they're unable to come back here in this one. If they could pick off a win, get to 3 wins on the season. They've already beaten Enderlin and Richland, but they lost to the Warbirds and lost to Oak Grove. So what they would need is the Warbirds to lose out, beat Sargent County on Monday, and Lisbon could slide into that number 8 spot and host a play-in game. If they're unable to do so, Lisbon more than likely will be the 9 seed and play then whoever the 8 would be. Currently, that is between Oak Grove and the Warbirds. That's a look at what could happen for the Region 1 play-in tournament. That'll be on February the 16th. And then we will have the quarterfinal, semis, third place, and championship for you here on yourliveevent.com the following Monday here on the 20th from the Shield Center. Again, the girls basketball tournament will be right here on yourliveevent.com. That does it for a Hunter Insurance Agency halftime show. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com and talk with Johnny Jorgensen today. Second half action is next here in Hunter.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals celebrating over 40 years of service. As an experienced independent insurance agency, they have access to highly rated insurance companies and can shop around to find you an affordable solution for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. Visit them at one of their locations in Lisbon, Gwinner, or Rutland and get a free quote started today. For more information, go to nd-insure.com.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
As we start the second half here, the Lisbon Broncos will open up the second half with the basketball. Heckroll right-hand side. Heckroll trying to back her defender down, throws it up and gets fouled. Foul here will come on Ellie Lucas, her second, team's first, as Heckroll goes right to the charity stripe here with a chance to get into double digits for the Lisbon Broncos. Heckroll at the free throw line, shooting 2. Lisbon 4 of 5 in the first half. Heckroll was 3 of 3 prior to that shot. Second one on the way here for Heckroll. But right away, the Broncos able to go inside here, testing the strength of Lucas and the Jags. Heckroll now with 10 points. And Lisbon gets their first bucket here, or their first point of this second half. Hayden inside looking for Hallie. Ball gets tipped across the way to Jensen. No rebound then coming down to Heckrell. So Heckrell will get her third board as they had a double team across. Here goes Hayden just hanging in the weeds with the steal. Hayden right hand scoop and score. Hayden now with 15 points, and there's a quick bucket here for Northern Cass to get the scoring going in this third quarter. Heckrell, free throw line, looking, gives it up top now to Tui. Tui takes a ball screen. Here goes Hallie Crockett trying to get the steal. It's still loose as you have Rustin Heckrell on the floor. Jump ball possession will go towards Northern Cass. Northern Cass led by the double digits again of Hallie Crockett with 24 and Hayden with 13. For Lisbon now, the one player in the scoring column with double digits is Heckrell at 10. Broncos will continue to stay on this zone defense. Here goes Lucas inside the paint, shot up, and she gets the shooter's roll to go. Lucas with her first field goal here, and the Lisbon Broncos right now are trailing it by their largest deficit, handling the rock down by 21 here in this third quarter. Ball goes on the baseline to Kendra Differding. Differding with it, able to get to the paint, and there's a foul. Foul comes across on Northern Cass, and will have two shots. Hallie will pick up the foul. That'll be her first and the team's second. And now it's the Lisbon Broncos here at the free throw line for Kendra Differding. Differding with 2 points. Free throw opportunity number one is up. Second free throw attempt upcoming here for Lisbon. Lisbon with a non-region game on Thursday, a Region 1 game on Monday, then at Sisseton on February the 11th to close out the regular season. Free throw attempt number two is up. Heckrell collects the loose ball and able to finish for the 2 points. Heckrell now 12 points and 4 rebounds here for Lisbon. Hayden Crockett looking right wing. Hallie on the right-hand side takes a ball screen, skips it across to Rust. Rust on the baseline here gives it back to Lucas. Right wing triple on the way for Lucas is going to be off the mark. Rebound, though, by Hayden. Hayden looking for someone, finds Lucas across the paint. Nice dish for Hayden Crockett. Lucas now with 4 points, give Hayden the assist, and it's Northern Cass as they lead it by 21. Left-hand side, Emerson Schultz, left wing three, off the mark. Rebound, toss for, and then we'll have a foul. You had Hallie also with her there and Kendra Differding. Foul will be on the Lisbon Broncos here with Differding. That'll be her third and the team's first of the second half as Lisbon will go to the bench. Parker Ursink, a 5'8 junior, will come in now for the Lisbon Broncos. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's Northern Cass leading it by 21. Hallie Crockett on the left baseline here. Hallie gets cut off left short corner, throws it up and gets it to go. And there's the 2,000 career point here for Miss Hallie Crockett. Now with 26 in the contest as Hallie here gets her 2,000th career point. You see the fans behind the bench raising the 2,000 career. Congratulations goes out to Hallie Crockett, and handshakes and fist pumps around for both the Lisbon Bronco faithful that are here and also the players. And a big bear hug for Hallie Crockett from her teammates and head coach D.C. Lucas, giving her the honor to get to 2,000 career points here for Hallie Crockett. She leads the school record for points in a season this year. She has the single game record for most points in a single contest, and now she is the first Northern Cass girls basketball player to reach the milestone of 2,000 career points here for Northern Cass. Congratulations again goes to the senior Hallie Crockett here for the Jags. So 53-30 after the timeout, able to get to 26 points now here for Northern Cass to lead the floor. Hallie's averaging 31 points per contest here on the year. As this will go on the front court. Left-hand side for the Lisbon Broncos. They will make a bounce pass on the interior to Heckrell. Heckrell rips it through, gets the shot off the backboard. No rebound. Comes out to Hayden, her third up the floor. Here goes Hallie adding to her milestone. Now with 28 on the evening. Lisbon right-hand side. This will go to Tui. Tui at the right wing, and then we'll have a double dribble violation here on the Lisbon Broncos. Their 14th turnover. Northern Cass to make a substitution as Tess Jalbert and Kayla Treader will check in for the Jags. Coming in for the Lisbon Broncos is going to be Bria Sweet, the 5'3 sophomore guard in for Ella Tui. For Northern Cass after tonight, they will go up against Maple River on Saturday and then go up against Oak Grove on the 9th and finish off the regular season with a home game against Cavalier on the 11th. Foul comes. Emerson Schultz will pick up her second and the team's second. Lucas Jensen inside pass is tipped away and stolen away here with Kaya Sweet. Right-hand side goes Bria. Bria Sweet to the right baseline now to Emerson Schultz. Schultz attacking the paint. Left-handed scoop shot off the mark. Rebound to Josie Jensen. Josie with her fourth board now to Hayden, who has to bring the basketball with her. She gets on the floor and will have a jump ball possession. Goes towards the Broncos. Update at the half in Tower City. It's all Maple River. Maple River 25, Oak Grove 6 in Region 1 girls basketball here tonight for the Raiders. Going up against the Oak Grove Grovers out in Tower City. Josh Boyko on the call for you on that one here on your live event as well. Emerson Schultz up and over, pass to Heckrell, right-handed layup for two. Heckrell continue to be a stat stuffer. She's got 14 to lead the floor for the Broncos. Inside pass goes Jensen off the window. No, Heckrell gets the rebound, her fifth of the contest. Heckrell up the other end of the floor here for Lisbon to Bria Sweet. Bria at the left wing here for the Broncos. Lisbon, right-hand side to Emerson Schultz. Schultz will handle it now to Ursink. Swinging it around to Kaya Sweet. Sweet with the runner from 15, and basket's good. Kaya Sweet now with 5 points. Bucket is going to be good, and we'll have a foul upcoming here on Northern Cass. Hayden will pick up her first and the team's third as Sweet tries to convert a three-point opportunity and does. Sweet now with 6 points here, and the Broncos are back within 20. Left-hand side, Hallie Crockett. Crockett uses that dribble inside on the pass to Jensen, and there's a foul. Foul will come across here on Kaya. That'll be her third and the team's third, as we'll have Jensen to the free throw line. Josie Jensen so far with 2 points and 4 rebounds, and one thing DC Lucas said is Josie's just been on a tear as of late, averaging a double-double, but also what she does to alter shots, blocks. She averages 4 per contest here for Northern Cass, as Tui will check in now for the Broncos. Jensen goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and Heckrell climbs the ladder for her 6th rebound as we reach the 4-minute mark here on this third quarter playing Region 1 girls basketball tonight here in Hunter. Make sure once we get to our post-game show, you stay tuned to our player of the game and more. That's all coming up here once we get there and find out who will come out on top. This one will get deflected out of play here by Crockett. After one quarter play, for those of you that are just joining us, it was tied at 19 apiece, and then when it was tied at 23, that's when Northern Cass went on their run. It was tied at 23. The Jags only gave up 4 points for the remainder 6 minutes of the first half, while on the opposite side, they scored 22. Heckrell spin, shot no, backside rebound good. Emerson Schultz now with 9 points and 7 rebounds. Hayden Crockett in the front court. Crockett trying to go up and lost it on her way up here for Northern Cass, a turnover, their 9th. So that was the difference maker in the contest. The last 6 minutes of the second quarter has ballooned it to where we are right now. Outside of that, it was nip and tuck early. Heckrell spins, good-looking move, just unable to finish. Tess gets her 3rd rebound. Tess in the front court now for Northern Cass. Right-hand side to Crockett. Crockett interior to Hayden. Hayden shot up, no. Rebound, put back Jensen, and she gets fouled. Jensen with her 5th rebound of the contest. Foul comes across here on Heckrell. That'll be her first and the team's 4th. Free throw opportunity here for Jensen is good. Northern Cass unveiled their Class B Girls Basketball Championship banner earlier today here in the gym as well. Champs out of Region 1 and the state in Class B volleyball as Jensen goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and the freshman Riot Wortman will come in. Coming out of the contest here will be Parker Ursink. Lisbon in the front court with Tui. Tui uses up that dribble, gives it to Heckrell now at the left of the key. Heckrell open, so she'll shoot it. Shot no. Falls her own shot though. Put back for 2. Heckrell with 16 points and 7 rebounds. The old adage, if no one's going to box you out, follow your shot and good things will happen. Speaking of good things, Hayden Crockett tickles a twine. She's got 18 points here for the Jags. Lisbon in the front court here as Heckrell will have a timeout here at Barb Sweet to allow Kyra to Tire shoelace here. We'll break as well with 2:29 left in the third quarter. This timeout brought to you in part by your friends at Bank North.
This is Thor Nelson, a Minot resident and National Hockey League official for 21 years. Why officiate? Some officiate to help kids learn and respect the game. They enjoy watching kids develop in their sport and as people, and they enjoy it because it's fun. You can be an official. Call your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association at 701-845-3953. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
Timeout again brought to you in part by Bank North. It's a 61-39 contest here as the Lisbon Broncos will handle it in the front court. This will be with Wortman inside. Pass gets swatted away there by Winterquist on the shot of Barb Sweet, and then a turnover. Here goes Allie Crockett right to the tin. Layup good. Allie now with 30 points in the game as she scored in every quarter. The Jags know how to find ways to continue to work on the offensive side, again averaging 72 per contest. They're 9 points away from getting to their average, and then we'll have a traveling violation here with Tui. That'll be the turnover here, as we'll have a couple of substitutions as Lucas will check in and Casey Fix. Hayden and Allie Crockett will check out of the game here for Northern Cass. Lisbon averaging 43 points per game, currently at 39 right now. Well, defensively giving up 53. Left-hand side, Winterquist, nice passing test. Three-pointer, top of the key, off the iron. Rebound coming down here to Northern Cass with Treader. Right-hand side, as this one will go on the interior to Winterquist. Double team comes, trying to get the steal as Tui, and Tui does come up with a steal for the Lisbon Broncos. Lisbon so far this quarter with 12 points, while it's been 18 here for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Right-hand side, Barb Sweet able to get inside the paint, uses that dribble kick. Wortman right wing three-pointer off the iron and a board here to Winterquist. And Winterquist tries to get the outlet, but Heckrell gets the steal across the paint for two to Emerson Schultz. Schultz now with 11 points and 7 rebounds. She joins Heckrell with double digits in scoring tonight. Ball on the backhand side. It's going to be a turnover here to Kayla Treader, and back-to-back turnovers for Northern Cass. Ball goes right wing to Wortman. Riot on the baseline here. Around now to Tui. Tui looking for the screen. Able to come across. Partially blocked shot. It's still on the deck here. And Northern Cass will have a traveling violation here with Tess. Tess Jalbert was able to handle it for a second there. Then lost her balance and had to go down to a knee. So a traveling violation here for Northern Cass. Tui, nice find inside the paint for two to Emerson Schultz. Schultz with 13 give Tui the assist. It's back to a 20-point margin. High post touch for Winterquist. Right wing to Tess. Jalbert, teardropper and count it. Tess now with 2 points, a chance for the three-point opportunity. As this foul will come across on the Lisbon Broncos, and Barb Sweet, her first and the team's 5th. Free throw opportunity here for Tess. Shot is up, and shot is good. Tess now with 3 points here, and the Lisbon Broncos will handle it with Tui. As Tui will cross the timeline here for Lisbon. Right-hand side looking back door for Heckrell, and there's a reach on hitting the arm with Ellie Lucas. It'll be her 3rd and the team's 4th. Lisbon with Tui to inbound it here. A 3 to try to get it back to a 20-point deficit here for the Broncos, who are trailing it by 18 after 3 quarters of play. Barb Sweet, Wortman, left wing 3 on the way. Got it to go. The freshman buries one from the left wing. Barb Sweet said when Riot hits the first one, the ocean feels like it opens up here for the cylinder. Shot by miss by Tess Jalbert. Second free throw attempt. A second putback here by Tess is off the mark, and then we'll have a foul upcoming. Good job by Winterquist hitting the boards here. She'll get rewarded with 2 free throws. Foul comes across on Riot, her first, and the team's 6th. So from here on out, Northern Cass in the bonus contest that has taken just over 50 minutes so far. Free throw opportunity is off the front iron. Second free throw attempt here for Northern Cass with 0.5 left to play in the third quarter. Second one is good as well. Is good here for Winterquist, who goes 1 of 2, and that's how we'll end our third quarter of play on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 67-46. Northern Cass with the advantage here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Command IQ app helps me manage the Wi-Fi in every room of the house however I want. Like this room, where my wife talks to her friends in her book club every week.
Oh. Darla? Honey, my Wi-Fi is down. That never happens.
Well, that's strange. Well, we'll see if we can get someone to come fix it next month. Command IQ, you're my new best friend.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Northern Cass will start this fourth quarter play with the basketball here as they will have Rust on the floor alongside Hayden and Hallie Crockett as they'll work it on the inside of Jensen. Hallie on the end line here looks for the right-handed reverse shot. No. Rebound by Jensen. Gets another opportunity here, and Josie's unable to finish that one. Ball to play. No stay with Northern Cass. So Jensen now with 7 rebounds and 5 points here as you're going to have Michaela Omaris playing. And we'll have a turnover now for the Jags. Lisbon with Sweet. Kaya tries to go coast to coast. Shots off the mark. Heckroll will come down with it. And then we'll have a foul here on Northern Cass. So Heckroll working on a double-double performance. 16 points and 8 rebounds. Josie Jensen picks up the foul. Her third. That'll be the team's 5th as Lisbon inbounds it here with Emerson Schultz. Right-hand pass. That'll go to Heckroll. Shot's going to be off the mark, and Omaris will collect the rebound, but then a turnover, and there goes Sweet, and a Jensen block shot, and Jensen, though, will give it right to a Lisbon Bronco. And here goes Ella Tui, as she has 8. So Lisbon back within 19. Hayden inside Jensen in the paint. Jensen got it to go for 2. Jensen now with 7 points and 7 rebounds as Northern Cass leads it by 21 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard here. Ball gets skipped right-hand side, Tui on the interior. Crockett tips that one away as they'll stay. Actually, it'll be a turnover here, last touch on Lisbon. So that'll be their 17th turnover of the contest as Northern Cass with Hayden Crockett brings in the front court. Hayden left-hand side to Rust. Rust on the baseline, skips it right wing to Crockett. Hallie right pocket, 3, tickles a twine. Crockett now with 33 on the night, her second triple of the game, and the Jags are up by 24. Right wing here as this will go to Bria Sweet. Check that Kaya. Left wing now to Emerson Schultz. Schultz to Kaya, left wing open, shooting, and that will be off the front iron. Ball tapped out of play, and last touch here by Kendra Differding and the Lisbon Broncos. More basketball on Friday for Lisbon as well. Their JV team will go up against Barnes County North at 6 o'clock. We'll have that for you here on YourLiveEvent.com. Jensen turnaround shot, no. Ball goes underneath, and it'll land up in the hands of the Lisbon Broncos here in Kaya Sweet. Right-hand side, Tui. Tui gives it back to Sweet at the left of the key. High post touch to Heckroll here. Heckroll taking a hard dribble, little Euro step down the paint, and Jensen gets another block shot of the quarter. She gets the deck hard. Russ going down the other play, finds the home run pass to Crockett, and Hallie now has 35. Ball in the front court for the Lisbon Broncos here. That'll be at the left wing to Kaya Sweet, left-hand side with it now to Emerson Schultz. Ball gets skipped to Tui around the horn as this one will be to Kaya Sweet. Sweet looking for the ball screen here. Sweet uses up that dribble and a traveling violation on the Lisbon Broncos. Substitution as both teams will make some subs as Riot Wortman will come back on alongside with Bria Sweet here for Lisbon. For Northern Cass, Kayla Treader, the 5'7 junior, will check in the contest. You have Casey Fixon as well for the 5'4 junior. Winterquist and Hayden Crockett. And Crockett lost it for a moment as they'll stay Northern Cass basketball. Also into the game again, Michaela Omaris here, the 5'4 junior guard. Omaris looking to have the pass and will have a foul here on Lisbon. This foul looks to potentially be on Emerson Schultz, and it will be. Emerson will pick up her third and the team's seventh, so we'll have a 1-and-1 opportunity. As Winterquist will go to the line for the make one to get one variety, as Tess Jalbert will check in now here for Northern Cass. Free throw opportunity is going to be off the front iron. Rebound here for Tess Jalbert. She's blocked here by Heckrow. It'll be a jump ball possession. Will go towards the Broncos. So 5:30 left to go here in this fourth quarter of play on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard between Northern Cass and the Lisbon Broncos here tonight. As this will be a over and back violation. So turnover on the Lisbon Broncos. Northern Cass right-hand side with it to Tess Jalbert here. Jalbert work on the inside here to Winterquist, and shot's going to be off the mark. As we'll have it the other side, and there's going to be a turnover. It is now hitting the deck hard in the backcourt was Sweet. And we'll have a officials timeout here just to make sure Kaya's okay after hitting the deck hard. It's a 74-48 contest right now here for the Lisbon Broncos. Ball will be at the right-hand side, and Lisbon will handle it now for the turnover. So after this result for the Broncos, they will drop to 5-12 on this season, 2-7 in Region 1 play. Emerson Schultz, left wing three on the way off the back tab, no. Rebound one here for Northern Cass as the Jags here with Almaris. They bring the front court with Tess. Well, for Northern Cass, they will improve to 13-4 on this season and 8-1 in Region 1 play. Jags last 3 years with 15 or more wins, trying to add that streak again. Nice take by Riot Wortman. Shots off the mark. Emerson Schultz still gets the 2 points now as she's got 15 in the game. And Lisbon Broncos able to add to it here on their Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard as they reach the half-century mark. Free throw opportunity here for Schultz. The Broncos 7 of 10 from the foul line, and now make them 8 of 11. With 16 as Schultz will check out. Coming in will be Parker Ursink here. So for Northern Cass, this is a club that has been right on cue throughout the season. It's just a matter of you take a look at their losses, and their losses have been against quality competition this year. Right-hand side on the interior, Thompson, Mayport CG, a loss as well to Central Cass, as we'll have 1-1 opportunity with Casey Fix as she goes to the free throw line. Riot Wortman will pick up her second and the team's 8th. So at the line will be Kayla Treader, at the free throw line. She's able to hit that one. Second free throw attempt on the way here for the junior guard. Goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Northern Cass now is 8 of 15 from the free throw line this evening. Lisbon in the front court, left wing. Broncos give it to Tui here. Tui to Wortman. Left wing triple on the way. Riot shot, no. Rebound here for Heckrell, able to save it before it goes out of bounds. As this one will go back to left wing to Tui. Wortman to Barb Sweet. Right of the key, three-pointer on the way. That one's going to be off and ball out of play, and it'll stay with the Lisbon Broncos. Heckrell working on a double-double performance. We got her down for 16 points and 9 rebounds here for the Lisbon Broncos. Nice little pass across the way. Layup is good for 2 here for Lisbon. Barb Sweet was able to hit that 2-pointer there. And 2 points upcoming here for the Lisbon Broncos as they're able to get a couple more the other side. And Addie Winterquist will come up with the 2 points now for Northern Cass. So 78-53. Right-hand side is Tui. Ball gets skipped left wing. Wortman, left wing triple on the way. Shot's going to be off the mark and a board here for Kayla Treader. Treader with her 3rd rebound of the contest. In the backcourt now for Northern Cass as they almost turn it over. Good hustle here by Tess, and there will be a turnover here on Northern Cass. Lisbon will inbound it as Paige Zimprek, that is, will check in, and Brooklyn Bergerman, the 5'3 sophomore. Right here at the top of the key. Left-hand side, Bria Sweet, left wing 3. That's going to be short. Lisbon able to save it, though, before it goes out of play, and with it is going to be Paige Zimprek. Zimprek here on the baseline. A jump ball possession arrow will favor the Northern Cass Jaguars. Substitution here for Northern Cass. Checking in will be Lauren Johnson. It's the most points that Northern Cass on 78 is the most points that Lisbon has given up in a single game. The previous high was 68 at Valley City on January the 7th. This one just inside the three-point line. Tickles a twine here for Tess Jalbert. She's got 5 now here for Northern Cass as they continue to edge up to their lead at 80-53. The most points that Northern Cass has scored this season is 86. Nice looking runner here for the Broncos to Parker Ursink. He's got her first field goal here for head coach Barb Sweet and the Broncos. Northern Cass will handle it the other way, right wing to Tess. Tess goes on the baseline, right-handed scoop and finger roll, layup for 2. Tess Jalbert with the 2 points now has 7. Other side, Bria Sweet. A little handoff here at the left wing. Bria gets the ball back on the baseline. Now to the left of the key. Three-pointer on the way. Shuts off by Ursink. Rebound, one underneath here for Northern Cass and Tess. Jaguars will bring it in the front court here as AC Lucas says, let's run some offense now in the half court. Almaris right wing on the baseline now to Casey Fix on the inside here for the Jags. Ripping it through and scoring is Lauren Johnson. The freshman gets in the scoring column here for Northern Cass. As we'll have a substitution timeout here for the Lisbon Broncos. As Lisbon will make a sub here. As Kunze will check in here. Ball goes left-hand side. The ball will be tapped out of play, and with 72 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Tied at 19 apiece, tied at 23, but after it was tied at 23, it's been all Northern Cass with 6 minutes left in the second quarter as they went on a run and they never looked back. And credit to Lisbon, they've hustled throughout this game. We've seen vast amounts of improvements here from head coach Barb Sweet and the Broncos from early on this season in November. A game, an opportunity for each day in practice to hear from coaches, just get a little bit better every day throughout the week and throughout the season. And we've seen that here for the Broncos. Jumper here by Northern Cass and Lauren Johnson is good. Johnson now with 4 points on the opposite side for Northern Cass this season. They have some aspirations. That's to get back to where they were a season ago and try to win the Region 1 championship after falling as runners-up last season and try to make it to Minot for the state tournament. Northern Cass going on the baseline here. Bounce pass across the paint, turnover. And this will be to Tess Jalbert. Jalbert up the far sideline. And we'll set up the offense for Northern Cass. Tess here, hand up between the rings to Michaela Almaris. Back to the near side to Tess. And all that Northern Cass now needs to do pretty much with a half-second differential between shot clock and the game clock. They can just continue to try to milk this one away a little bit here at Northern Cass. So they will finish with their season high in points with 86 as Northern Cass will earn the victory here tonight. 86-55, that is the final on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Story of the game, Hallie Crockett now with over 2,000 career points here for the Northern Cass Jaguars in a game that takes 1 hour and 5 minutes here tonight from Hunter. We come back after this, our post-game show. We'll hear from a couple particulars in this one and get to our RDK Enterprises and alongside Enbridge Energy plays and players of the game. That's all still to come here on your live event from Hunter.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
As we come back now, again, your final 86-55. Northern Cass picks up the victory here tonight in Hunter as we get to our post-game show. Let's first things first get to our Enbridge Energy and RDK Enterprises features of this post-game. Final here again, 86-55. It's now time to get to our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the game. Get ready for the spring planting season with RDK Enterprises here, and that is the career milestone. Anytime you get to milestones, that's going to be definitely right up there. Over 2,000 career points now for Hallie Crockett, with 35 in the contest, as she was able to score in every quarter, get over 2,000 in her career. That is our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the game. Again, get ready for the spring planting season. From maintenance parts and upgraded options, they can help. Spring will be here before you know it, especially when we turn the calendar over to February here tomorrow. Let RDK Enterprises meet the challenge with you for the upcoming spring planting season. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. And from there, let's get to our Enbridge Energy players of the game. Again, Hallie here for Northern Cass. On the opposite side, the combination for the Lisbon Broncos, 32 points here for Kyra Heckrell and Emerson Schultz combined for 32. They would score 16 each. Heckrell with 16 points, 9 rebounds. Emerson Schultz with 16 points and 7 rebounds here for the Lisbon Broncos, as Lisbon now drops to 5-12 on this season. That is our Enbridge Energy players of the game. Life Takes Energy, Enbridge.com for career opportunities, and for Enbridge for energy for life. Again, your final 86-55. Northern Cass with the win here. The Jags now to 13-4 in the season. Lisbon drops to 5-12. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll get to some of the final numbers in this one. That's next here on your LiveEvent.com.
Abuse can affect anyone, and each person's experience is different. Abuse is about power and control, and it is not always black and blue. A loving relationship should not be threatening, accusing, isolating, or include violence of any kind. The Abuse Resource Network provides services to start living the life you deserve. For more information, visit abuseresourcenetwork.org.
Folks, it's tax season, and the best way to teach your kids about taxes is by eating 30% of their ice cream. And the best way to learn about your tax situation is contacting Olson Accounting. They'll answer any question you have from an individual or business point of view. Let Olson Accounting set up your tax plan and eliminate any problems by visiting colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
Let's get to the final numbers here in this one, as they're getting some of the players, and as we'll tilt the camera over to get in on some of the action, as you see right there. As Northern Cass is honoring Hallie Crockett and with that 2,000 career milestone plateau here. Take a look at the final numbers, individual numbers. Hallie Crockett with 35 points. You had 18 here for Hayden Crockett. From there, 7 points for Josie Jensen, 7 points for Tess Jalbert, 6 for Addison Rust, 4 points for Ellie Lucas, 4 points for Lauren Johnson, 3 by Winterquist, and 2 by Treader. And Northern Cass led by the 35 of Hallie Crockett, 18 for Hayden, 7 points, 7 rebounds for Josie Jensen. For the Lisbon Broncos, they were led by the double digits here of 16 points for Lisbon. And that 16 points again was Emerson Schultz with 7 rebounds, 16 points, 9 boards by Kyra Heckrell. He also had 8 points for Ella Tui here. 6 points for Kaya Sweet with a triple back in the first quarter. 3 points for Riot Wortman. 2 points here for Kendra Differdine and 6 rebounds. And 2 points by Parker Ursink. The Lisbon Broncos again led by the 16 of Heckrell and the 16 of Emerson Schultz. Lisbon drops to 5-12 on the season, 2-7 in Region 1 play. The Broncos will be playing games next on Thursday at Medina Pinger Buchanan and then Monday at Sargent County and close out the regular season on February the 11th at Sisseton. While on the opposite side here as Northern Cass continues to take some photos here with their senior and Hallie Crockett. Reaching that 2,000 career point plateau. Northern Cass upcoming games. Maple River on Saturday. That'll be down in Wahpeton as part of the Bonanza. And then hosting Oak Grove on February the 9th here on your live event. Then hosting Cavalier for the regular season finale on February the 11th. The February 16th is the Region 1 girls basketball play-in date. And then Monday, February the 20th, are the quarterfinals at the Shield Center. We'll have the Region 1 tournament for you here on yourliveevent.com for a video broadcast. Semifinals will be on Tuesday, February 21st, and then the third place in championship. A little different this year. Instead of a Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, it's going to be a Monday, Tuesday, Friday. So the championship will be Friday, February 24th at the Shield Center on the campus of North Dakota State University. That is the Region 1 girls basketball tournament. So we're less than a month away to find out who will be representing Region 1 once we get to state at the Minot State Dome upcoming the first weekend of March. Again, your final here, 86-55. Northern Cass picks up the win over the Lisbon Broncos. As Northern Cass now 13-4 on this season, 8-1 in Region 1 play. While for Lisbon, the Broncos dropped to 5-12 on this season and 2-7 in Region 1 play. Take a look at some other scores going on across the region. Looks like Central Cass is going to hang on and win as they currently lead 62-50 over the Kindred Vikings here tonight. And then also on yourliveevent.com, Maple River and Fargo Oak Grove. Last we heard, Maple River was well in control after one half of play against the Grovers. And currently now it's Oak Grove making a comeback. It's Maple River 35, Oak Grove 33 late with a couple minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. That game also on yourliveevent.com again with Josh Boyko. So Central Cass with the result, if they continue to hold on, would improve to 6-0 in the region. Northern Cass now at 8-1, and Kindred would drop to 6-2. Lisbon now 2-7 in the region, and Maple River trying to improve to 5-3 with the win. Oak Grove with the loss would drop to 3-5. We'll take one more break. When we come back after this, we'll put a bow on our post-game show and see if we can maybe hear from Hallie or possibly DC Lucas as well before we bid adieu here on yourliveevent.com.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Growers, here at Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, We are your water management contractors. We can help you with tile drainage plans, surface drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad at 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. 701-430-0182, helping farmers grow.
Don't let the flu get you down. Fight the flu with a shot of prevention. Stop at Hillsborough Drug and get your flu shot today. No appointment is necessary. Shingle shots are also available. And don't forget your other pharmacy and healthcare needs at Hillsborough Drug. Over-the-counter medications, vitamins, health and beauty items as well. For your convenience, Hillsborough Drug offers mail-out service and delivery of your prescriptions. Check out the gift items for all occasions, too. Hillsborough Drug is a locally owned pharmacy and proud to serve the area. They thank you for trusting them with your business at Hillsborough Drug.
Join us now, head coach for the Northern Cache Jaguars. That is DC Lucas. And DC, let's talk about the milestone. Hallie Crockett, need to get to 20-plus points. Almost got it in the first half, right before the half was awfully close in that one, DC. But at the end of the day, I don't know how many more words, superlatives, adjectives you can say about someone who averages 30 points as a senior and able to get past the 2,000 career plateau now.
It's an incredible incredible milestone for her. I was really proud of her and she came in this season just really locked in. I think it's funny. I gave her a hard time. She made a comment about it. I said, "Oh, you're too far away from 2,000. There's no way." And not only did she get that, she's busted the single season points. I think she's over 500 points. So she's just doing a really great job, and just not just on the court but off the court, just being a great leader. She's just been a tremendous jolt to this program. I can remember back when I first started coaching, she was the first 7th grader we brought up, and to see this, come to a conclusion, it's bittersweet because she's a great kid and she's done some great things.
Can you mean what it means too to have a youth team that's here watching a little bit behind the bench, right when she hits that, some signs that are out there, because you kind of remember there's daughters, there's kids, there's people who look up to someone like a Hallie. What does that mean to even have that youth team here tonight?
Yeah, that was impressive. I mean, I'll give credit to Sean Gilbert. He helped coordinate all that, and he told me there's going to be 30 kids coming out. I'm like, whatever, there's not going to be 30 kids. And then I look behind me, I was like, wow, there's a lot of kids here. And it's just a lot of these kids you see in the youth camps, to your point, and there's just a lot of it just brings a smile to your face because these are good kids. They work hard. They're sisters. They've been part of the program in some capacity throughout the years, and it just gets you excited because it wasn't that long before my daughters were there, Hallie was there, and now they're juniors and seniors, so it goes quick. So it's exciting to see those girls there.
We'll talk about the game here. A back and forth game, tied at 19. It was tied at 27 apiece, but then you make that big run to get up by 18. What was the last 6 minutes of the game when it was tied at 27? What kind of changed from your point of view?
I think we were able to get disruptive. I think the deflections, the steals. I mean, when we can get into a little bit of a chaotic game, it helps us. I was a little frustrated in the beginning. I felt our defense just did not lock down the way I wanted it to. Kudos to Barb and Lisbon. They came out ready to go. So I was happy we got that run, and then we were able to continue it in the second half. But, like I told the team I challenged them, we have to shore some things up on the defensive side of the ball and get ready for the Region 1 tournament. So some nice things to see that I saw tonight with some good things that we have to work on, too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's a nice thing. You got a couple more games left. Maple River on Saturday, Oak Grove, Cavalier, and then wraps it up for the regular season, DC. So thanks so much for the win. Congratulations again on a milestone night for a senior here. And it seems like she's done signing autographs.
I'll go.
So we'll go grab the player of the game.
I'll go grab her for you.
Awesome. That is DC Lucas. We'll take a quick break and hear from Hallie Crockett after this.
Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency that provides protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency at 109 Main Street in Hunter.
The Northern Cache School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cache will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cache is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncacheschool.org. That's northerncacheschool.org.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We are less than 90 days until spring planting. 90 days. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have parts on hand? Are any upgrade options decided on and purchased? We can help. Spring will be here before you know it, and we will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Joining us now here for Northern Cass, that is Hallie Crockett with 2,000 career points. And plus that now, Hallie, first things first, before we talk about the game, before we talk about the win and who to thank in this one, first and foremost, to get 2,000 career points, what does that mean? Because DC mentioned it. Remembers he has a 7th grader, getting pulled up and, 5.5 years later, able to do it here in Hunter. What does that mean for you?
Yeah, it means a lot, especially getting it on my home court, my last senior year. So, I've been playing varsity for a long time now, and it's a huge accomplishment, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. So.
And when you know that you're getting close to milestones, does it change anything? Do you get a little anxious? Do you get a little tight? Or is it, I don't even want to know the milestones until DC or someone, on the coaching staff or on the bench kind of lets me know about it, Hallie?
Yeah, I don't even care. I didn't even know tonight. So, it's a good surprise. And, yeah, it was fun tonight, just not knowing.
Who do you thank in this one? Is it the parents? Is it family? Is it previous coaches? Where do you go down on the laundry list on this one?
Yeah, it's everyone in this community. I've had great coaches over the years, starting from my 8th grade year all the way to my senior year. I've had great teammates, and then my family, of course, has been there for me through everything.
It's been a lot of fun to see. I know there's more pressing things on the horizon, hopefully, for you guys now that you get to February. But what changed a little bit in this game in particular, Hallie? Lisbon came out back and forth early. This kind of just felt like an old boxer's duel, 3 points here and one there. And then all of a sudden, the last 6 minutes of the first half, you were able to make that run. What did you like from your team in that last 6 minutes?
Yeah, it was definitely our transition got going. We were up by 7, and then we just spurted out into 20 points. So it was definitely our transition, getting out and going, pushing the pace.
Final thing for you, the next couple of games, you have Maple River Saturday in Wahpeton, Oak Grove, and then Cavalier, and then the regular season wraps up. So what do you want to see from your team for these final 3 games of the regular season before postseason comes up in a couple weeks?
Yeah, we have a great offensive team. I think just stepping it up on defense, working on those little things, getting them more perfected before regionals come around.
Hallie, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
And again, Hallie Crockett with 2,000 career points now for the Northern Cass Lone Seniors. They win it 86-55 over the Lisbon Broncos. Lisbon back in action again on Thursday at Medina Pingree Buchanan. Well, for Northern Cass, they're back in action on Saturday, going up against the Maple River Raiders in Wahpeton. On behalf of DC Lucas, Barb Sweet, Hallie Crockett, I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you missed any of our coverage, go online to yourliveevent.com. Northern Cass picks up the victory tonight here over the Lisbon Broncos.